Thanks for tuning in with us today. I want to discuss something that is the biggest discussion in real estate right now, and that is the housing market boom. So there's no denying that the year 2020 was a year that none of us expected or knew how to handle. There was a lot of confusion and worry as to what was to come from this whirlwind of a year. One thing in particular that no one saw coming was this crazy seller's market. If anything, I believe that people thought that existing home sales and new builds were going to come to a complete halt. Little did we know, this was going to be one of the biggest housing market booms to date. So why is it that in a time of such uncertainty, the demand for homes has skyrocketed? One of the biggest reasons, as you may know, are the historically low interest rates. If you look at the history of interest rates and go back to the early 80s, around 1982, interest rates were around 19%. Look ahead to 2020 and 2021, and we're around 3%. Taking these extremely low interest rates into consideration, if you're in the market for a home or an investment property, now is the time to do it. Right now, some of the best financing opportunities are available for you, allowing investors to mitigate exposure to future inflation and to use leverage to invest in assets. Investors should be taking on debt right now with the low mortgage rates that over time will be worth less. Some say that these interest rates are to remain low until 2023. It's important to look at interest rates over a long period of time and not from a month-to-month basis. You will notice that the rates climb and fall, and they continue to do this over a short amount of time. But it's important to note that the rates are still at an all-time low. Another reason that the demand for housing has significantly increased is because of the effects of COVID. The pandemic has allowed people to work remotely from home, allowing them to live wherever they choose. People are moving further away from their job locations because they don't have to worry about the commute anymore. People have taken this opportunity to move away from dense populations into more rural areas. Some people are wanting their own space and they're not wanting to live in a very populated apartment building anymore. There are also buyers making up for lost time, as this time last year, home sales slowed considerably. The world has begun opening back up, and those who had planned to buy in 2020 are now doing it, causing a rush of buyers. Stimulus checks and unemployment benefits have also pumped a lot of liquidity into the economy, allowing even more people to buy. The effects of COVID have caused the jump in the demand for housing, but it wasn't like that in the beginning. March through April of 2020, home sales plunged 18% and another 10% from April to May. Things started to turn around in June of 2020 as home sales went back up 21%. And by August, houses were selling at the fastest rate since August of 2006. With this high demand in home buying also comes a shortage. Since the economy crashed in 2008, builders have been a little cautious about building too many homes and not having enough buyers, causing low inventory. With a balanced market, one that does not favor the buyer or the seller, the market would usually see a 6-month supply of inventory, giving us 3.49 million homes for sale. According to the National Association of Realtors, currently there is a 1.1 month supply of homes for sale, giving us 1.07 million homes that are listed. This means that it would take 1 month to completely deplete the inventory that's on the market right now. The issue we're having is not so much the demand for houses, but the shortage. The housing market is nearly 4 million houses short of meeting the buyer's demand. According to a new analysis by mortgage company Freddie Mac, there's a 52% rise in the home shortage compared to 2018. Sales are continuing to rise as a result of this as well. The median sale price of a home in 2020 was $330,000. This is up 15% from the year before. The number of active listings fell 28% from 2019. High demand, low supply of inventory, low mortgage rates, and a recovering economy. There are so many factors to consider if you're a home buyer or a real estate investor. Even with all of this, it's still important to remember that the sooner that you invest, the sooner you start gaining wealth. Yes, current inventory levels are low and it is a little bit harder to come by these properties, but the opportunities are available in order for you to make good cash flow and good returns on your investments. Take advantage of the financing opportunities and the low mortgage rates. Accumulate the more affordable debt right now and start living out your financial dreams. Rent to Retirement is your partner in sourcing the best deals nationwide. I want to thank you guys again for stopping by and watching another one of our videos. I really hope that they're helpful to you. We'll see you next time.